Good morning, everyone. I hope everyone is doing well this morning. My heart, my thoughts, my hugs go out to those in California dealing with the fires. I'm not going to say wildfires because I have suspicions, um, and I can't help that. I'm very suspicious of these fires, and it's really annoying to me that blame is being thrown on things that aren't even um, real. You know, our incoming mango maniac, you know, he has thrown so much of lies and misinformation out there, and of course, you know, we know how his cult works, and that's sad. You know, um, that's just sad. He will not go and 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 look at this situation as American citizens. He looks at it as an enemy state, the enemy within. You know, that's what he talks about, the enemy within. Um, and he looks at it that way rather than the American people. And you know what's sad is a lot of MAGA actually think that too, but there are Republicans, conservatives, MAGA people there. We're all Americans. It takes both sides. And not addressing a situation just because it's a blue state and just because it's California is really annoying to me. Now, I want to talk about a comment on my last video, and that's why I led into that. And the comment was very simple. It said, blah, blah, blah. You sound like an idiot. Yes, I have scattered thoughts, but everything pretty much, you know, it's called the weave. Have you heard about that? So I can be talking about this and I can be talking about this, and then I can bring it all around, and it's called the weave and come back to the same point. I'll explain it that way. Ooh. So, anyway, if I sound like an idiot to you, chances are you didn't listen to the whole message, or you are in a cult where you cannot hear anything in the bubble that your leader has not told you. So, that's up to you. If you think I sound like an idiot, I'm sorry. I use verbiage and sometimes I use big words, not often. There are some times when I have problems um, articulating what I want to say. Maybe I can't find the word. I have a hard time finding words since my accident. But other than that, I think my message was pretty clear. And as far as sounding like an idiot, no one is better at that than the poopy papaya. So there you go. And that comment in its own self was not a true sentence. Um, and when you want to say that someone sounds like an idiot, why don't you specify what it is that made you make such an ignorant comment? I mean, I'm just curious. Okay, let's move on. Okay, so I've been watching some congressional hearings, and I spoke about this once before when Jasmine Crockett really gave an education to a Republican congressman as they were trying to pass the bill to eliminate DEI. A master class on what oppression is, and I think I spoke of this before, but I actually saw more of that hearing. And the lady that spoke before Jasmine Crockett was spot on. And this white congressman, I believe it was Higgins, I don't know. He makes me, he's a creepy, he gives me the creep vibe. You know how some people are creepy and you get that vibe from them? Well, I definitely get it from that congressman who argued the fact that white men are oppressed. And the definition of oppression didn't match what he was talking about. And so he was given a master class by two very intelligent black women, congresswomen. Crockett, always on top. I can't remember her name. I didn't jot it down. But damn, girls, it was spot on. And the only time that this man gave an example of oppression was in Exodus. So there you go. Now I want to talk about. Now we're gonna like. I'm gonna put this in a matter of okay. So you voted for this, but did you vote for this? Because there have been so many changes to what Trump's true path for America is that I want to make certain that we're still on the same path with Trump. Okay. So I've got this to say the victims being invaded, and that's what you all portrayed that America was being invaded, MAGA was being invaded, we're victims of being invaded. But are you okay with becoming the invader to other countries, cultures, and lands? Are you okay with being the invader into those lands? Is that what you voted for? So what's happening is we have this, okay, we're going to run on this mass deportation. We're going to run on the fear mongering of brown and black skinned immigrants. We're going to take back our rights as white men. We're going to do this. We're going to do that. Now, the president that you elected not only um, told you that they were going to do these mass portations, but now he has been okay with more immigrants for tech due to the fact that his boss, Elon Musk, and the Doge says that we need more of the Indian immigrants for tech. Are you okay with that? I mean, he's going to wipe out agricultural, some manufacturing, some construction, but we're good with tech being better. See, here's what doesn't make sense with that. Um, y'all want to take us back to walls 200 years ago, 100 years ago, 200 years ago, less. But your boss is wanting to get us into crypto and technology and bring in immigrants to work on that. Now, you'll say, well, yeah, because they're smart. Well, here's what we could have done is taken and focused on education for Americans. Okay, we could focus more on education and the cost of college, and so that way young Americans could go into this education for tech and get these jobs. But there's a monetary reason why these giants want the visaed people in is because they don't have the rights, they don't organize, they don't ask anything other than keep me here, let me work for you. Okay? But you're okay with that, right? Okay. Did you vote for democracy where you have a say? Or did you vote for, well, it was fascism, or it was a dictator. Now it's imperialism. You have voted for imperialism because of wanting to take over other lands. Did you vote for that? I thought you were voting for America first, taking care of the homeless, taking care of the veterans that were homeless, that are living on the streets. That was a major priority. Because now the path has veered to invading other countries, changing names of bodies of water, changing a mountain's name, um, and all of these things. Is that what you voted for? Or did you vote for let's work on America? Let's make sure that all of our people are fed and clothed. Instead, you've got a path of changing names, invading countries. Are you okay with that? Imperialism. Are are you okay? I mean, that's what it is. Um, are you for civil rights and liberties? Most MAGA are not. And that's kind of like the lead in with the hearing of taking away DEI, which, you know, I know that's code for, discrimination. All right, so you're going to reverse DEI and make white men. I mean, it's definitely Project 2025. Everything that is going through or being told and so on and so forth is definitely right out of the pages of Project 2025. Stephen Miller, I'd like to see him gone away, by the way. Okay. Let's see here. Did you vote to strengthen our alliances to make America more safe and part of an alliance that can hold together for the better of our country? Or did you actually vote down the path that we're going now as an ally of BRICS and Russia, and with the freedom to take other lands, land grab with military? Is that what you voted for? I mean, I'm just asking because I know what I voted for. Um, hmm, let's see here. Oh, you voted for the price of eggs, gas, and a strong economy. Okay. So the person that you voted for said, I'm going to lower groceries. I'm going to lower groceries. And then he used the word grocery as if no one has ever used it before but him, which in my mind was like, this is how out of touch this man is with the working class and struggling people of America. Because grocery was a new word for him. It means bacon and eggs. And really? Do you know how many times I use the word grocery? I either use it as an adjective for the store I'm going to, or I look and I say, okay, well, I need to go and get these groceries. I mean, sometimes 5 or 6 times a week. If I'm doing a video and I have to redo it and redo it and redo it and start over and do it, I've probably said groceries 100 times. So you voted for lower groceries. You voted for a better economy. And then after he's elected, this is the switch and bait, he was told by his boss, Musk, that it's not going to work that way. We're going to have to crash the economy and then build it back up. And what they're doing is crashing it to fill their pockets and then build it back up. So is that what you voted for? Because if you did, there is no reason to take a good economy and crash it. Now, I know that you've been told these conspiracies that we're propped up and we're doing this and that and everything, but the numbers are there and they're real. And the economists have already said that Trump will crash our economy, put us in a recession or depression. And you can say 1,000 times that we're here, we're there, but in reality, we're not. And this is why I tell people that get what you need now that may be an import or maybe something that is going to cost more to manufacture because some of the products are coming from other countries. Get them now. It's not to crash an economy. Get what you need now. Just do it because you're going to pay more if the tariffs go through. See, and then it comes right down to this one. Did you vote for our people, our country, or did you vote to become an invader like Vikings into other lands to pressure them, intimidate them, use military force if necessary? You voted against a deep state, which you have been conditioned to think is going on, but you voted for the biggest open state, deep state, and you, from your description of deep state, whatever that is, you have voted in the biggest, which is definitely not for the little people, the working class people, unions, people making enough money to live on. You didn't vote for that. You voted for unions to be stepped on, guidelines that companies have to follow to be stepped on. So he's stepping on the little people when you think, and I'm saying little people. I'm a little person, uh, someone who's not in what the 5%, 1%, whatever it is. You're more worried about transsexuals than yourself. And I think that's what it comes down to. You're so worried about those other things because you're primed to think that we need to be a Christian nation. It's what it comes down to. You want to put morals and values on everything from the Bible, and using a fanciful book um, for our country is not what it was based on. So every time that I hear we're patriots and we're wanting this Christian nation like our forefathers, that is so diabolically wrong. So if I sound like an idiot to you, chances are you haven't you have no clue of what you've done with your voting and what it has turned into. That's on you to find out the truth. But when you're spewing lies, that's also on you. Just remember that. Y'all have a great day. Hugs from distance. I got to go. I got to go make a round. Everybody needs water and food. Bye, y'all. Hugs from a distance.